Hello, everybody. Fighting Crypto back here on the couch today to talk about Hbar. It's been a little while since I talked about. There's been a few kind of updates and really just check some charts, see how the market's going, and probably won't be a long video. If you're new here, welcome. If you enjoy what we talk about today, please press the subscribe button. It really does help out a small channel like myself. If you enjoy this, again, press the like button to ring the little ding thing so you get notified when more videos from me come out. I do talk about Hbar. Certainly do. I got a couple others I go on a little bit. I've got a side project, an experimental portfolio. A friend of mine gave me a couple dollars late to start, so to speak, and we'll see how that goes. I'll have more videos about that and Crypto Basics 101s to come. But today, Hbar, what's going on with it? So I'm expecting a lot come mid-January. If you follow me on X, if you don't, it's in the description below. I've been I'm holding on to this until proven otherwise, that Hbar is going to explode around the third week of January. And the reason why I suspect this is I think people are going to come to light bringing back out news that we already know, but that works all the time. When something that we already know about resurfaces and it's exciting, prices go up because now it's hype again, right? So around the third week of January, Donald Trump gets inaugurated. Nothing directly to do with crypto. Crypto is going to benefit around that time. I don't know if it'll be a few days before, the whole week before, and the next 5 weeks later. I'm not sure, but it's going to be happening around that time. Also, I believe people are going to talk about this again. If not, let's start it now. This young guy you might have heard of before, Elon Musk, is using Hbar hashgraph technology to send a satellite into space. Again, Hbar is almost literally going to the moon in January. So all it's going to take is one little tweet or a picture of Elon Musk with Hbar, the hashgraph symbol on top of a satellite or a rocket or on the forehead of a Shiba, who knows. It's going to take something small and it's going to happen. And that's going to be another catalyst. And I really think just between those two things, let alone the excitement and expectations of the bull run coming up, I think all that's going to carry. And I do think Hbar is going to be at the forefront of exploding because it's now a large market cap. And large caps tend to explode first. First for their narrative, first overall. So things with Hbar, there's been some news. One solid, one rumor that everyone assumes is true, and I think it is. So let's first go big partnership, NVIDIA and Intel. This happened about a week and a half ago at this point. I know you guys get the news from everyone else. I'll bring it back to you guys when you forget about it, right? So NVIDIA and Intel did a partnership with Hedera for their GPU and CPU market chips, respectively, to add a little bit of an AI component into it. I remember reading a little bit about it. It was slightly over my head, but I understand they're using Hedera for AI in GPU and CPU. You don't need to know anything else. NVIDIA and Intel are huge companies. And if you do need more, do your own research, for crying out loud. You should all be doing that anyway, right? But this was a big deal because Hedera is just racking up partnerships. They've been doing this really not so silently, just been ignored for years. And that's where the next rumor comes in. So I've not seen this as official, but a lot of people are stating as if it is, and it probably is, but with a new governing council member being Apple. Again, just add them to the God tier list of governing council members, right? Right there with Google, IBM, Microsoft, Aberdeen, huge companies. And if you guys don't know what the governing council is, in short, it's people or companies, people that are from companies that Hedera is using to help guide them of where the project's going to go, what they're going to do. So they have an outside large companies, large influence voting on what's Hedera going to do, which means they'll have a little bit of skin in the game. So big deal anytime one of these governing council members gets announced, because there's usually a partnership with it. Because if they're going to help govern this whole project, they might as well be in it. And most of them are. And the ones that aren't, they're getting into it. Right. And this is where I'm going to speculate. Imagine if SpaceX gets into it or Tesla. I don't think he will jump into the governing council, but enough people have talked about and they speculate on it. Be curious. If he does, Elon Musk in some way endorses it more than he already has using it for SpaceX. Like if he's the one that ends up announcing that Hashgraph will be used predominantly or as a major part for the U.S. digital dollar. is going to skyrocket everything far more than the satellite will. So I think those are going to happen. Those are going to happen in January, and I think it's going to make a huge jump where we might see Hbar go up and clear that 50-cent marker. I guess that's what I'm kind of short term predicting. I'm also kind of hoping something's going to blast it past that, and January could be it. I think it's going to be it. So expect around the third week of January, give or take a week. Let's see, jump back up over into the 50-cent marker, clear all-time highs. I think there's a very good chance of it. Because as soon as it does that, more people want to jump in, see how high it's going to go. Because rumor is it's going to go to $2. A lot of people say this. I'm certainly more on the bearish side of it. I'll get into the full price prediction in a little bit. Again, seen other videos from me. You already know where I stand on this one. I'd rather pull out too early than too late. But I will tell you where I think it's going to go. So let's go over a little bit on the charts. I recently did this with hash flow, unrelated DEX play, HFT. And I had things to talk about with that. I don't so much for Hbar. So let's kind of just see what happens. So pulling up onto coin market cap and looking at the daily. Let's go to the monthly. Because I'm not looking at DCAing or selling at the moment. My sell limits are already set. So it's been lateral. Not a big deal. What I am curious about is wallets. I haven't checked to see how many have been there in a little while. This might not share with you guys. I'm not sure. But it looks like there's 7,398 accounts that are being shown. Yeah, you guys can definitely not see that. So let's bring it back to CoinMarketCap. All right, I keep an eye on wallets. At least the number of wallets. It lets me know popularity, because sometimes prices can go down, but the number of wallets go up. More people are getting into it. Usually just means whales have left. I overall rather see more wallets and popularity. So your chart, that just looks awesome for us. This is when there was that little dip from when everyone kind of misconstrued news, which was still good news from BlackRock, but they thought it was great news, and then it plummeted. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I don't remember the exact name of the company, but rumor had it that BlackRock was investing into Hbar. And then it went up in like 2 hours from, I think, around like 9 cents, 10 cents up to 18. And then it came out, oh, it wasn't BlackRock. It was a company that's using BlackRock's money and investing into Hedera. It's still BlackRock signed off, supported, but that was enough for it to go back down to where maybe it was like a penny below, lower than where it started. Is what it is. So let's look at the all-time chart, and we can see, you probably already know this, but we're getting, I was going to say getting close to all-time highs. We're about halfway there. I think it was in like the low 50s. This was 45. Maybe that was it. So around 45 cents was the all-time high. And I pointed this out in another video, and I'm going to say this again now, is that when we keep an eye on predictions, look at market cap and keep dilution and inflation a little bit in mind if you're using market cap as part of your price prediction, which I certainly do. What I mean by this is back the all-time high on 9/14/21, we had an all-time high price of 45 cents. Okay, again, September 14th. If we switch to the market cap and look for September 14th, we got close. It wasn't even, not even the highest there on market cap. This is something to note. More coins were released. That's all that's telling me. So the coin market cap was 4.4 billion when it hit its all-time high of a little over 40 cents. And now we are well over, what are we at market cap? 10 billion at 27 cents. We've had, I'm not going to do math right now too much, but a little over two times the amount of coins released. Again, that's not a big deal. That's not a problem, not in the least. But you need to know about it if you're trying to compare last cycle to this cycle, because in market cap, they're not comparable. Let's go back to price, very different charts. So I hope you guys pay attention to that when you're doing your price predictions. Again, I always compare bull run to bull run. If it's the first bull run, usually they do pretty well. And then second time, really depends on why they did or didn't do well last time. Way too much going there. But look at hype, news, what were catalysts before. If we look here again, the catalyst earlier this year was BlackRock news. The catalyst for this time, there was 6 awesome big news happened in a week. where between Trump getting elected for president, they had the EFT announcement. There was rumor of a Hbar member being put onto the SEC, all kinds of fun stuff. So let's switch back to, that was dancing around a little bit. My mistake. I'm trying to get used to new software, playing around a little bit. So this is really going to go with Hbar. So again, I guess my price prediction. So I'm going to say it could hit $2. It very easily could. I'm not waiting for it. And if you guys want to give me shit for it, go ahead. You already did when I told you I sold enough to get my initial investment out. So glad I did, by the way, because now it's all profits. I am risk free. Could I have gone a little further? I could have. But now I can gamble a little bit better, a little bit easier. I don't have to worry about getting my numbers in, which is great. So where do I think it's actually going to go, and what am I going to do with it? So I'll say it could definitely hit $2 if something big comes out. Like if it gets officially announced that Hbar is going to be used for the digital dollar. That changes everything, right? Something catastrophically good. I know there's better words right now, but something like that major release, that changes everything, but it should. But unless that happens, I'm going to say $2 is probably the highest it's going to go. I'm not confident it's going to get that high. I will have everything sold by the time it gets there. Again, that's me personally. I also got in at 6 cents on average. If I pull out too early, I'm not upset. By too early, I'll have a little bit in the chamber. But so I think it's actually going to be at the buy-sell range where people can actually get in and out of it, not just the sharp candle wicks that we see, between 90 cents and $1.20. I know a few people say they're not going to sell to $1.25. I hope it works for you, because if it works for you, then it already works for me. I got nothing to lose from me being wrong, making money, and you doing it too. But I would be wary on, make sure yourself that you're protected so you can't lose money, even that's bringing out partial investments here and there. Not financial advice. Just look into it. Probably not a bad idea. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you like looking at charts? How's the video, by the way? Because I'm trying to see if this is a little choppy or not, trying something new. And let me know what you guys think and what you want. I'm looking at doing some more basic videos of just like crypto basics for newcomers, because it really would have helped out me and several others. And it helps keep me fresh on researching it. I'm also going to keep talking about the coins that I own. And in the next several months, as I start selling them, I'll let you guys know that. And I'll look at swing trades a little bit with some extra gambling money, we'll call it. And I'll be doing this all through the bull run. I'll just be talking about different things as we go. And then hopefully some of you are still with me in the bear market. And that's when we're really going to start having fun to make money for the next run. But until then and beyond, fighting crypto, I'm out. See you guys soon.